Woo, man, today we got something interesting here. I was prepared to build a PC today, but I don't got to because I think I'm about to spend some time with the most powerful PC I've ever tried. All right, let's take a look at what we got in here. So it's packed pretty nicely. You get a bunch of this hard foam. That's good. Got a box. We'll take a look at this in a second. Another box. Put that off to the side. Let's go ahead and get the PC out of the box. I know this ain't the best lighting and angles and whatnot. Don't worry about that. We'll make it look sexy here in a minute. Let's just go ahead and get to this. I want to see exactly what we're working with here. Now, the keen eye amongst you may have already recognized this case. This is the Lee & O11 Dynamic Mini. This is one of the most popular cases that you've seen here in recent years. This seems to be a custom one, or they did some customization on here for CLX Gaming. Let's go ahead and look at the internals. This thing is super heavy. Let's go ahead and remove this and actually see. I'm excited. Let's see what we got. Ooh, okay, let's go. This is the biggest GPU I've ever seen with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? I know they're big, huge, massive GPUs. This is crazy. Cable management looks really clean. I really can't wait to see this thing powered up. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that. Now, before we get into this, I want to give a quick shout out to CLX Gaming for sending this out. This is a division of Cybertron where you can configure your pre-built gaming machine from budget-friendly all the way up to this beast I'm about to energize in a second. Let's go with the Horus line and customize a mid-tower PC for our needs. Now, before we go any further, I love how they show you how your PC should handle some of today's popular games. I'm a COD fan, so let's pick that so we can see what type of gameplay experience we should be expecting. Here in the center, you can see exactly what parts are selected, and it's easy to just click on one and make a change. If you wanted to upgrade your GPU, it's simple enough to come and select the 3060 Ti. You are shown how much will be added to your overall price, and you can even do a comparison to see which one is better. You can configure everything to the smallest detail, even adding peripherals, a webcam, and a gaming chair. Honestly, they have some of the most extensive options I've seen on the pre-built website, but enough talking. Let's get cinematic. First open the package, you get these boxes. This should be all your accessories and stuff, but I really don't know, so let's just go ahead and open them up. So you got a quick start guide. I suggest you RTFM. You got cables, antennas. You got a remote. I'm guessing there's some RGB in here. Bunch of screws, all the leftover stuff you may need later on down the line. They send that to you. I feel like this is some sort of peripheral. Oh, these are the actual parts and panels that you would need if you wanted to adjust your Lee. So maybe if you wanted to have your GPU vertical or any other thing that you could do with this computer and switch it around, you actually get the manual for it as well. I like that. I like that. Let's go run down the list of what's inside and give you a closer look at what you can expect with this beast of a machine. This is the CLX Scarab in the Lee & O11 Dynamic Mini Black with the AMD Ryzen 9 5900X. You get a custom CLX Quench 360mm CPU liquid cooler. You get an ASRock B550M Steel Legend motherboard. You get an RTX 3090 Founders Edition. Like I said, this thing is a beast, and my first impressions of it is how quiet it is. I know that it's not under load, but even my PC right here, just turning it on, I hear the fan spinning and everything. I barely hear anything, and I'm just right here next to it. Like, if I couldn't see the lights, I wouldn't know if I was hearing anything. What I'm gonna do next is play a few games on it. We're gonna see what kind of power, what kind of juice this monster provides. Now, I forgot to get footage of it upon boot, but you get a fresh Windows 11 install with no bloatware. Well, I guess that depends on your personal feelings towards ASRock's RGB app. After a few quick updates, I downloaded some software and ran some benchmarks. Let's compare them to my current main PC with the specs here on screen. Jumping right in the Cinebench, you can see the architectural improvements of the 5900X and the Scarab coming in for the easy win. Speaking of wins, it was pure domination in productivity benchmarks like Blender and the Puget Bench for Premiere Pro. Moving on to the next round of synthetic gaming benchmarks, we can see that in Heaven, Time Spy, and Port Royal, the 3090 had little competition, but I'm sure we all knew the outcome. Heading into the championship round with the historic domination already underway, the CLX Scarab just toyed with its adversary, almost doubling the scores in games like GTA 5 and Cyberpunk, while putting this opponent out of its misery in games like Far Cry 6 and Forza 5. Honestly, this wasn't much of a competition, but it was fun just to see how massive of an improvement you can get with these specs. Makes me want to upgrade my system. Hit that subscribe to stay tuned for that. So I've spent some time now with the CLX Scarab, and I gotta say that hands down, this is the most powerful machine that I have ever had the pleasure of using. Now, like I said before, CLX is sponsoring this video and sent this particular unit out for me to test and just give you my overall thoughts and opinions on it. This is not a full in-depth breakdown review where I'm going in, tearing it down and letting you know everything about that. If you would like to see that, let me know down below in the comments. We'll see what's going on. Here, I'm just kind of introducing you and letting you know what you could get if you go onto their website and buy a pre-built. Like I said, this is a pretty beast of a system. We do have that 12-core, 24-thread Ryzen 5900X. We do have a 3090, but again, I'm not here to really review those parts. That's really been done to great extent. And you can find plenty of reviews and videos with people breaking down similar components. For me, I'm just gonna talk about the experience, what it was like taking it out of the box. As a PC builder, I know the stress that comes with putting together a PC. Even if you have loads of experience and have been doing it for a while, there's always the chance that something could go wrong. For me, this was almost as plug and play as a console. All you gotta do is run a few updates and boom, you're ready to install whatever apps and games your heart desires. When it comes to the actual looks of the build, everything was clean and put together with the type of precision and care that I believe you would use if you were actually buying and installing these parts yourself. I know the price of this particular unit may come with a bit of sticker shock, but in the world of high-end enthusiast PC builds, you're getting a pretty good product. I really was kind of taken back. I had no idea what to expect when they said they wanted to send this over, and when it arrived, I was really impressed. Now, this is where I ask you, for a potential follow-up video, I would love to know, are there any specific apps or games that you want to see me test? Let me know down below in the comments. Also, I want to give a big thanks to the people who are still showing support on my Buy Me a Coffee page. I haven't really promoted it or talked about it. I just kind of leave the link down below. We also have the super thanks. If you decide to use it, it will go right into making this channel bigger and better. I always use any money that was given on actually putting into this channel and bringing more content to you guys. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and never forget to holla at your boy.